All right, so when you go to Google Classroom, you're going to open up the control chart lab, and you're going to see this um, spreadsheet right here. It's got 50 some values. Okay, this is a log of Amazon stock over 50 days. So this is just the percent increase or decrease of Amazon stock every day over some period of time, right? I got it from this website over here. So that's what we're looking for, this data over time, right? So if you look at your steps, and I'm looking at your sheet there, step number one, find the mean and standard deviation. So if you remember mean and standard deviation, you do equals average, you highlight all of your numbers. Whoop, too far. There's our standard deviation, or there's our mean, excuse me. Standard deviation, remember, is STD. Do the same thing. Highlight all those. Standard deviation, right? That's the second step. So then you can see we want to find the mean is this number, negative 0.0037813. How many decimal places do we want to go? I think that's far enough. You get to there. Now, here, if you look on your lab, copy the mean value into the column and drag down for every day. So what you're going to do is take this and you're going to drag this down for every single day. Same number, right? Now, 2 above, 3 above, 2 below, 3 below. If you look on your paper, this is where we take our calculator and we take our mean, negative 0.0037813, however many we're doing, plus 2 times the standard deviation. This is the same thing we did to construct our control chart. This is the same thing we did when we were doing the normal curve, right? When we're doing the normal curve, we're finding all those. We get that value. We find that value, 0.0473. And then you do the same thing, and you scroll this all the way down like that, okay? So you do that. You do the other 3 columns. I think you guys understand what I'm talking about, how to do the other 3 columns. Once you have all of that done, you highlight the whole thing, include the titles, highlight the whole thing, create a chart. Go up to Insert, Chart, and you want to pick a line chart. When you do that, it looks like this. Oop, wrong thing. Okay. So first off, here's what your full chart was going to be. I used a few more decimal places, but it looks the same. Highlight the whole chart. If I scroll down here, let me make this a little smaller. There is my chart, maybe even a little smaller. There is my chart. Okay. So what we are doing, so you understand what's going on here, the reason we put this same number in every single time for all of them, what that does is it draws a horizontal line all the way across our chart. It puts our lines in for our control chart for us. So you can see here. Now, look at step F. So what we're going to do once we have that chart, we're going to go over here, edit chart, to customize series. And then over here, you're going to change these. So if you click here, you see it lists all these. So what we want to do in the final step is, if I blow this up, you can see, you can't see it there. Can you see how both of the 2 standard deviations are both orange? And the 3 standard deviations are green and green. You want to make them look the same, whether they're dashed, solid, whatever you want to do. I just say same color, same line type, which once again, where you do that, edit, customize series, and then you go here and you say, okay, for this one, I can go down here, change the color, change the line type, change the thickness to make my graph look like that, okay? So that's what we want to do, okay? So we should end up with something that looks like this. You make that chart, you do this, you show it to me, and then if you are Once you do that, we have a second one to do. That's the wrong one. We have a second one down here where you go Smithville weather. Okay. And I thought that was in there. Apparently not. I'll have to, we'll show you how to do that here in a second. So that's what we want to do. We want to get the first chart. I will add this second one to it for you guys. Okay? All right. You guys can get started.